The New England Patriots get some good and bad news heading into Week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's jump into it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out content to people just like you who can't get enough Patriots football. So do me a favor, wherever that subscribe button is, find it, pound it, subscribe as well, like, comment below. Someone commented earlier, hey, you got weights in the back. Can you lift them? Sure. He asked, can you bench 225? Yes, I can bench 225. I lifted chest yesterday. My chest, my pecs are like piano strings. They are tight. They are sore, but here you go, just for you. And also, this is even my first take, so I've done this more than I would like, but it is what it is. Let's go. Wait. There you go. 225. If you don't believe me, 45. 45. La-di-da. So whoever that person was who commented, I appreciate the subscription. You're great. Anyways, we're going to be talking about in this episode we're going to be talking about how potentially the Cincinnati Bengals will not be having Jamar Chase on the sideline playing for him. As well, we're going to talk offensive line. We're going to be talking about also some potential tryouts that have been held for the Patriots and what that might mean. So let's jump into it. First of all, let me take a deep breath. There we go. Jamar Chase in contract negotiations at a stalemate. Doesn't want to play. Has not participated. Doesn't want to be a part of it. So that's good news for the Patriots because obviously some would argue he is the best, if not one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. So also Joe Burrow's best friend, favorite target, all that fun stuff. So the good news, he might not play. Now, Vegas odds, if you don't know anything about odds, they had odds at plus 9.5. When they found out Jamar Chase might not play, or its chances are he will not play, those dropped by 2 points to plus 7.5 for the Patriots. Now, regardless, in the NFL, when you see a spread that is more than a touchdown, that is pretty wild. A lot of bettors will automatically bet on that just because in the NFL, that is a crazy odds. College football, very common to see. You'll see spreads like plus 55.5, something crazy like that, just because they're playing cupcake teams. But in the NFL, usually it's much closer. Usually you see things more like 4, 4.5, 3.5, 2.5. So it's very interesting to see. But also already Vegas and these algorithms seeing, hey, Jamar Chase might not play. The odds of the Cincinnati Bengals aren't as likely to win or to win by as much. So it's interesting to see that. Now, we know if Jamar Chase doesn't play, their number one target now turns into T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd, no longer on the team because he left due to free agency. But regardless, sorry, I'm moving this all over the place. Regardless, T. Higgins would turn into that number one target. Again, great wide receiver, someone I would have liked to see on the New England Patriots. I think he would have been a great number one receiver, but less weapons for the Cincinnati Bengals, which would be good for the New England Patriots. Again, our issue isn't necessarily defense. It's on the offensive side of the ball, especially the offensive line, which we will talk about. But the big deal would be, hey, your top player, arguably, besides Joe Burrow, the face of your franchise, isn't going to play because he's in a contract dispute. All right. Sounds good to us. What do you think? Comment below. Do you think Jamar Chase is going to play tomorrow? Do you think he's not going to play tomorrow? What's your opinions on that? Let's hear it. Comment below. Next, jumping into the offensive line. So this is what the offensive line will look like most likely come Sunday. Left tackle, Okorafor. We know traditionally playing for the Steelers, he played on the right side of the ball. Going to the left side, that's where he's going to be starting. Lord help us. Left guard, Nick Leverett, played most of preseason as the second string center. Lord have mercy, help us. City So apparently hurt his ankle, tweaked his ankle, probably won't play. David Andrews, the tried and true center. Thank goodness someone's there. Right guard, Layden Robinson. This would be his NFL debut, his first time in the NFL, starting for the New England Patriots. Oh, Lord help us. As well, right tackle Mike Nwenu, who's traditionally much better at guard. The man from Michigan playing right tackle. Wow. Someone commented our offensive line is like Frankenstein. Yes. Yes, it is, for sure. But again, if they can be serviceable, if they can get the job done, at the beginning of training camp, I didn't even think that Lowe was going to start, and then he became a starter. It's just wild. So going to be interesting to see how this line performs. Again, if they can create a push, they can get a run game going, open up the pass, it's going to be great. If not, it is going to be messy, and chances are you will hear Drake May cheers and boos for Jacoby, just because naturally that is what happens to the quarterback. Comment below, what do you think? Will this be the starting lineup? What are your biggest, you're going to be like, gosh, there's a lot of red flags here, Aaron. Yes, I know that. What's your biggest red flag on this offensive line? I'm probably going to say honestly, the guards, obviously, besides the left tackle, Okorafor, David Andrews, tried and true, and Nwenu, I have more hope in him than I have anyone else. The guards struggled pulling last game when they played the Commanders, just young and inexperienced. So Okorafor, at least he has experience in the NFL, so we'll see what happens. Comment below, what's your biggest red flag when it comes to the line? Have mercy. Next, just because I thought it was funny, a lot of people are like, man, your title was super clickbait. Yes, it was supposed to be a joke. Massive move. The massive move was this right here, which makes it even funnier. They signed the tallest player in franchise history. Granted, he probably will never see the field. I'm not saying it's good. It's just crazy that he's 6'9", 370? Have mercy. All right. Last but not least, we're going to jump into talking about the Patriots working out a former Titan first-round pick. So this is interesting just because we're talking about the cornerback position. So this is Caleb Farley. Has been injured, riddled with injury. I believe he has only played 12 games. So the biggest thing for the Patriots, one, I think they have solid depth at cornerback. You have players out there that I think can do the job, especially with Dial, who they just drafted. They see potential in. Alex Austin, potential in him. And so Bolden, they've even taken him, thrown him on the practice squad, very speedy defensive back. So I personally think there is decent depth right now at cornerback. The starters, solid, great. Jay Jones, probably going to be replaced sometime soon in the near future. But when it comes down to it, I think the depth is okay. Now, do we necessarily need this guy? No. But when it comes down to it, the Patriots are going to look at him and say, hey, what potential does he have left? Because if he's already hit his peak, there's no point. There's no point of taking him. Just like there's a reason for the practice squad. The practice squad is, we see a lot of opportunity is the biggest word right there. We see a lot of opportunity. What can we make of it? All right. So with Farley, would it be a good pickup? We'll see what happens. We'll see what he does when it comes to his own free agency. I'm sure he'll find a place. So comment what you think about that. Who knows? I don't think it happens, but interesting they tried him out. So all the comments, what do you think about Jamar Chase? Biggest red flag on the offensive line. Whatever else is on your mind. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully I didn't tear a pec. If I did, whoever asked me to do it, my lawyer's coming from you. Coming for you. There you go, Aaron. Jeez. Guys, I taught all day. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys. This is Sports Talk Patriots. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you. Peace.